Hello and welcome back to more Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. Excuse me. We dealt with one of the camps that Sedarias asked us to look into, and now we're on our way to head east and try and find the other ones before we run out of supplies. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to circle around this way, and then I guess depending on where this goes, we'll kind of double check with our map. But we'll see if we have to keep going east after that. But we have 12 movements, so we could do 4-3-5. Or do we want to do... No, I like the 4-3-5, because then we can do 3-3-3. Although... maybe the 4-3-4 is better, because then we do have an extra movement left over. So let's do 7. Nothing new has appeared to us, so let's go up. So I don't think we want to go down that way. That's a pretty neat place. Is that a place? That's probably Larnak, huh? City. Don't know what Larnak is, but we'll save that for another time. We've used all our movement, so let's camp. That will take some vigor. We're still doing good on food. We actually got a lot from our raid. We have 7 days of supplies, so I don't think we really need to do anything. So let's just end the day. And hopefully our companions will roll high, get some healing. Sedarias got some healing, that's good. 2, 3, that would be 9. 1, 2, 3. And how are we doing now? Okay, we're right in the middle of it. It's gotta be around here somewhere. So what we can do, we can try to send out people for scouting. 2, 3. So that'll take the rest of our movement, but I think that's fine. So they'll scout here, here, and here, and then maybe they'll give us kind of a direction we should go. Ah! What does this mean? 3 and 4. Well, 4 we passed through. Oh, there was a 46% chance for food back there, and a 32% chance for food up ahead. But no results for anything else. So, we've used all our movement. Let's camp again. Let's check on our companions. Javik's got 4 out of 10, 6 out of 14, 5 out of 16. Our companions are doing really rough. So let's try to use some of our medical supplies and get them healed. We have no movements, and we don't want to burn through our vitality or our vigor. So I think we're doing okay. +2 to Morwen, +3 to Sedarias, nothing for Javik, unfortunately. As the Comitatus strikes camp and dusk falls, the chill of the desert dark sets in. The night, however, is much harsher than what you are normally used to. An ill wind blows, and you see small clouds of breath as you exhale. This cold is quite perilous. You have to prepare for an uneasy rest. Feed the fire and gather your resources to make it through the night. We have a moderate chance of success. Doing our bonus doesn't help, so cross your fingers. Hey, to success! Morning comes at last, but the merciless cold has taken its toll on your crew. Luckily, you were able to avert the worst of it, but people did not rest well. As the sun rises, you press on, somewhat shaken by the cruelty of the wastelands. Beware the desert at night. We lost some vigor, but we did have a good amount of vigor before, and we didn't use any when we camped. Now, the question is, where do we go? Because we could go east and then up. We could go up and then east. We'll eventually have to go further east anyway, but I'm kind of leaning towards checking this triangle out. So let's go up 1. Nothing. We're like in the dead center of this map. How about here? What if it's right here? That could be. They're too far away, so let's hold... Oh. Oops. We accidentally force marched, but that's okay. Let's try another heal. Get some good healing on our people. They're still in rough shape. We don't have any movement, and we did force march, so we should hold off on doing any more extracurriculars. That was very good. +2, +4, +3. And we did use medical supplies. So let's go here. Yes! That's what I was hoping, is that a dot in the middle of nowhere is where we want to be. It was about half an hour ago that you had first seen the rocky outcrops among the endless yellow sand dunes. Now that your scouts have returned from reconnaissance and not only reported that there have to be systems of caves under the rocks, but also that the caves are clearly occupied, Sedarias and his cronies are adamant that you should mount an attack. They have no doubt that this has to be one of the abolitionist camps you're looking for. Unfortunately, the scouts are absolutely certain that the people in the caves have also seen the comitatus crossing the dunes. Make plans for an attack or leave the camp's vicinity for now. I think we just have to go for it. What's your plan of action, Vagrus? Sedarias asks you impatiently. Send the scouts again to find alternative ways in, enter the caves with your fighting crew and attack right away, or you would rather leave and regroup first. Let's try to go for the element of surprise. There are two main cave entrances. Sedarias and his cohort attack at one while you lead your fighters against the other. Javelins and pellets start flying as soon as you approach the wide opening at the end of a ravine. You shout orders as you rush in with your crew. A brutal melee commences. The attempt to break through the cave entrance turns into a veritable bloodbath. Many of your fighters fall by the time you reach the far end of the spacious hall on the inside. Not great. Eventually, the Sergerites manage to crush the defenses at the other entrance and join you in the skirmish in an attempt to overpower the abolitionists. Just as Sedarias arrives at your side, you are engulfed in the melee. It is clear that more of you will die if you fail to defeat your attackers in time. You have to defend yourself. We've got a Bone Lord, a Spear Turtle, and an Orc. It is an Orc Marauder, sure enough. Alright, Sedarias, you tackle the Orc. Morwen, you tackle the Bone Lord, and then Javik, you hide behind Sedarias. We begin the fight. Javik goes first. Let's try to nuke down the Bone Lord. 5 is very good. He's got 14 vitality, so let's try and take him out. 2 is not great from Morwen. I should see if I can try and upgrade her damage. Wow, well done. Well, not so great that he got knocked all the way to the back. Bring him back up. Alright, 1 damage from the Orc isn't the worst. I think that pushed her back in the initiative, maybe? Is that what that symbol meant? I'm not sure. Alright, Bone Lord is the last in the initiative, so maybe we can kill him before he acts. So 5 from Javik is great. Morwen, I need you to do 2 for me. 4 is fine. And then, what's your vitality at, sir? 14 as well? Okay. Let's try and take this boy out. 5 damage is great. What the heck? Holy moly, that wasn't good. Javik, I need you to help. Blast this fool. For 4. Very good. Let's get a good roll on this dude. Oh, Morwen's on the other side, so you'll have to not hit anyone. Kill him, maybe? Oh, with 1 damage. She's in trouble, maybe. Morwen, it's your turn again. Go ahead. Right, you got him at least a little bit. 0 damage. This guy's not that tough, actually. 2 0 damages and a miss. So let's try to cleave this fool. And, like this. We got 2 damage and a miss in there, unfortunately. So, Javik, go ahead and try and kill this man. He healed himself from death? Is that an ability of his? Possibly. Let's try and take him out for real this time. He's dead for sure. Good. Spear Boy has fended off. Javik, deal with this idiot. And Morwen, I want you to kick him. Not like that. He has stabbed me and then fended me. Let's blast him again. He's done. Good. The combat's a little wonky, huh? I feel like I don't understand the moves. Maybe if I like hovered over them? We lost 5 fighters. Holy moly. What are we down to? I guess we'll see when we camp. The abolitionists in the Great Hall are defeated. Those that were wounded or surrendered are begging for their lives. Most of their pleas fall on deaf ears as the Sergerites execute them one by one with an eerie glee. Yikes. You see Javik's expression, and all this cruelty clearly does not make him happy. Understandable. This large cavernous hall where the 2 entrances led to has several exits. You, Sedarias, and your companions take a group of fighters and head down the main corridor that leads deeper into the belly of the rocks, while the Sergeridite contingent secures the hall and the other tunnels. Do I have to fight again? Though you are sure the main force of the enemy is broken, the corridors could be defended by remnants if they dig in. You soon reach a T-junction. Looking left, it appears the tunnel leads into a huge hall. The right-hand corridor is dark and foreboding. We go down the dark corridor. You walk carefully down the corridor, narrowing your eyes in hopes of seeing better in the gloom. After about 30 paces, you reach a dead end. You are about to turn back when Morwen taps your shoulder. There's a tunnel or a room behind this, she says quietly, indicating a wide stone slab leaning at the rock. It takes the combined efforts of Sedarias, Morwen, and several fighters to remove the slab, but it was worth it. There's a storeroom here with all kinds of goodies. Goodies! You can return here after you're done and collect the loot. Morwen peeks into the room briefly while Sedarias is impatiently gritting his teeth, eager to move on. Is there something hidden in the cracks of the stone wall? There is indeed a hidden stash in one of the larger crevices. Inside are several jugs filled with valuables. You take these now and return to the room later for the rest of the loot. Go back and head down to the other corridor. Holy moly, we have so much stuff! We got spice? We should have gotten more critters. We don't have enough room. Does this help? Does this hinder? I can't tell. Oh, we like ditched all of our supplies. Somehow. That doesn't really take away much of our cargo. We have 3 scrap metal. So what do we got going on here? What's the most valuable thing here? We've got obsidian, lots of supplies, wine. We have grain. Obsidian blades is probably pretty valuable, I would say. Can we... What is this? It doesn't say. I don't know what those buttons do. They don't say anything. I was hoping it would tell me kind of like I could sort by price value maybe. We still don't have any price history, which is not great, but so salt. Yeah, I guess prioritizing things with the highest stacks makes the most sense to me. We should probably keep some of our supplies though, because if we just ditch it, we're gonna starve. Average price. We don't have any information on those. Average price of scrap metal isn't great though, which is kind of weird. So maybe, as painful as it is to ditch the scrap, we keep 2 stacks of supplies and keep the highest stacks of the other things. Got a lot of stuff. Ooh, we even got money! And an exquisite weapon! Your cohort enters a large cavern. A hole in the ceiling lets in just enough sunlight to illuminate most of the great hall. You quickly discern that this is a living chamber, strewn with animal skins, bedrolls, fire pits, and amphora filled with water. The enemy is upon you so quick your companions barely have time to react. Several feral-looking fellows, clearly escaped slaves, jump at you from behind stalagmites. Another fight is at hand. Alright, no orc this time. We've got a Bone Lord, a Spearman, and a Slinger. 12, 14, 11. Alright. My companions aren't doing great. Morwen in particular is not doing great. But we do have our full resourcefulness still, which we can use to pick people up at will with aid. Okay. And we can do that twice because we have 6. Oops. Sedarias, we need you to protect Javik. Not great. We rolled poorly. 2 and fend off. Alright, let's try and kill the Slinger. Javik did a good damage roll. Well done, sir. I want you to smack this... Well, try to kick the Bone Lord. She cannot hit anything. It's very frustrating. Go for the Spear Boy. 5 damage is great. And then 0 damage on the Bone Lord. Ow! He stabbed Javik. Not good. They killed Javik. Not good either. Alright. Morwen, I need you to damage the Spearman. You've done good. He's fended my weakened man. He's beaten up my weakened man. Let's pick up Javik. He's up again. Alright, Sedarias, I need you to swap places with your buddy. Do it. I don't quite understand the movement. There we go. 0 again. He's got some tough armor. That's very good. Alright. Javik, try and kill this spear boy. Good, he's gone. We don't have to worry about him ever again. At least until the next battle. Morwen, for the love of God, kick this man. Thank you. He's been booted back. And he's been chained. I didn't know that was something I could do. Alright, Sedarias, try to kill the slinger. He's done it. Good damage roll. Thank you. The bruisers skipped their turn, so just slash them with your axe. Javik, go ahead and blast him with a crit! And maybe Sedarias can get the kill here? And he's done it. That went pretty well, except for Javik getting knocked down and critted and whatnot, but, you know, 1 pickup isn't so bad. With a gurgling death cry, the last abolitionist fighter falls to the ground, and an eerie quiet settles on the caves. For a long time, the only thing you hear is your rapid heartbeat and the heavy breathing of the survivors. The wounded are tended to, and all the tunnels and corridors are secured. Your companions are badly beat up, but will survive. You are listening to Morwen's report on casualties when Javik walks up to you with clenched fists and an angry frown. Bastards, he hisses. These bastards are now contemplating the murder of children, women, and the infirm. You see the Sergeridite cohort has gathered everyone they captured into the far end of the hall. Most of them are indeed the children of escaped slaves, very old slaves, and the few wounded survivors, both women and men. It is unclear what they plan on doing with them. Try to persuade Sedarias to give the slaves to you. Let's try that. You walk up to Sedarias and tell him you wish to take in all the slaves. He gives you an incredulous look and then shakes his head. I should have expected something like that from you, Vagrus. These slaves, he hesitates briefly, their lives mean nothing, and those lives are forfeit. We are planning to give you the few useful ones as token of our gratitude for taking part in the fight. The rest will remain here because they are not worth the bother. Too young or too old. They'll get a taste of real freedom. Tell him that he owes you more than a few slaves only. It was time he started rewarding you. We have a high chance of success because we have high persuasion and high charisma. Use your former services to Sergerad as leverage. We don't want to use our leverage yet. We want to try and persuade because we have good persuasion. And then, yeah, let's try that. We failed! God dang it! How do we keep failing these high test rolls? Anyway, no matter how hard you try, you can't make Sedarias hand over the slaves. He becomes irritated, you become irritated, and so you go back to your own duties. The Sergeridites can do with the slaves what they wish. What? I tried, you nerd! What do you want with me? You see Javik is furious with you when you do nothing about the captive slaves. He gazes at you in a way that makes you wary of him for the first time since you've met. Then, without saying a word, he leaves and goes back to his duties. The Sergeridites get to their bloody business. The wounded are deemed too much of a burden and are put to death. The few young women and boys that are capable of work are given over to your comitatus. The rest, children too little and adults too old to be useful, are simply left behind at the caves to fend for themselves. A token quantity of supplies is left for them, but the rest is loaded onto your beasts. Everyone knows it's a death sentence. The crew is none too happy to learn about it either. Well, I tried to explain it to him. We have 5 days of supplies, lots of ivory, lots of grain, lots of bogweed. Maybe we can give weed to our people and they'll just smoke about it. Well, we can't take any of those, so it is what it is, unfortunately. We've lost some morale, we got 3 slaves. Everyone trudges back to the comitatus and you give the order. The wasteland awaits you. Alright, and the last place is off to the east and a little bit to the north. So, we are... Oh, got like a... Okay, there we go. We're gonna have to go around and then head up this way, it seems. So let's, okay, we don't have enough movement for that, so take that back. We'll go here. And then we camp. And then let's send out our people. It's not a great chance for success, but it's a chance for success. And we gotta burn through our medicine better. Our people are really wounded, so we could really use them being in better shape. Not great that our fighters are so low. We don't even have 9. What do we have? I have 8. Yikes! It was rough losing that many people. Fail, and we only got 4. We got some healing, So that's good. We could go 9. We could try and make a pit stop back at Utvarar. And maybe that's a good idea because we have so much stuff with us. How far are we from Utvarar? It's probably about the same distance between the two. So maybe we try to make a move for Utvarar. Oh, we do have to pay them, yes. Yeah, we're actually not too far from Utvarar, so let's take a rest. Try to get some stuff. Still fail. Got some healing though. Alright, we'll go straight for it. We'll get there next day. So camp. Our morale is not good. Our morale is very low actually. But I don't think there's any way we can get around that because we don't have enough people to post guards. What we could do is liberate one of your slaves to gain obedience. Our obedience is fine. Our morale is low, which I don't think there's much we can do to improve that. We might as well pay our people now. We got the money for it. So let's pay them and then hold off. Got some healing. Quick camp and auto march can make exploration easier. While they are turned off by default, you can turn them on in the options menu. Toggling auto march will make it so that when you choose to travel beyond your normal movement MP limit, your comitatus will proceed forward and expend march points automatically. That's fine. I actually don't mind stopping when we don't have march points available. And the quick camp will give you an additional option for the radial menu, which allows you to instantly camp, ending the day without the usual camp UI. I kind of like having the camp UI available though. Alright, let's go to Utvarar. Dang it. The comitatus has seen better days. In fact, they're in a pretty foul mood. Something ought to go wrong. 2 of your fighters have the audacity to come up to you and demand extra payment for all the shit they have to put up with. Like they are the ones listening to other people's crap. Pay them a bonus. Do not pay them. It might start a trend. Pay everyone a little extra. Do not pay them. Pay everyone a little extra. We got some morale. We had to spend some money for it, but I think that's okay. Oh, I don't want to camp. I need to get into the city today. Ooh, we've done it. Alright. Let's go to the Manzio. Buy all the fighters. We need all of them. So we replaced the 5 that we lost in the last battle. That's good. There's a lost hunting... Well, let's exchange for news. Got some money out of that. There's some rumors here that are pretty cheap. Let's buy these. I'm kind of curious about them. We got all the fighters, good. Let's go to the market and try to offload some of this stuff. We have 8 of these. We have 8 of the grain, which is almost a silver each, which is pretty good. Bogweed. Contraband. Well, you can have that. I don't need contraband. Obsidian blades, also contraband. There you go. And then salt. Salt is also pretty valuable. Okay, so we should remember this. The cheapest thing here that we brought back was ivory. Scrap metal is a little cheaper than salt. Close to obsidian blades. A little more than grain and much more than ivory. So the one that the 2 we goofed on are bogweed and ivory, not very valuable. But bone, chitin, dried fruit, no. Obsidian is ish, okay-ish. But we should remember that. We're down to half the scrap we started with, unfortunately. But that's the cost of learning. But we did make a lot of money on the stuff we got. We're about up to 83 now, which is really good. So let's buy 2 stacks of this. We're up to 7 days. We haven't lost any scouts, so that's fine. Let's look at equipment real quick here. Skewers is flea and beast defense. Vigilance active while camping. Hunting base chance would be good. But we already have animals occupied, unfortunately. We have no way of increasing our cargo capacity, at least at this place, so... Okay, we'll just leave it at that, I guess. We still don't have a price list, unfortunately. Let's go here, seek out the shamans, and ask about... Oh, I guess healing would have been in Utvarar, huh? How many healing supplies do you have? We have 11? I don't think we really need any more. Let's rest here, though. Yes. Let's rest once in the Manzio. We can send our people out to do some odd jobs. Maybe they'll get some money. And let's shell out a little bit for a good night's sleep. It's about a silver, but we get a morale, a vigor, and a nutrition out of it. Our nutrition is okay. We're okay on everything, actually. But I'd like to get things back up to being better. Might as well pay our people now, and then end day. Failed again? I don't know, man. Like, maybe there's a way to improve our chances on those things, but it's a rough one out there as far as hunting and sending our people out to do odd jobs. We probably should get some more mounts, though. At least, let's see here. This includes, we got movement, beast of burden. It takes 20 per day, so it does slow us down a little bit that way. But I think the extra cargo is going to pay for itself since we've had to leave some stuff behind. And then let's get some more mounts, and then turn 2 of them into outriders, and call it a day. Any passengers? There's passengers. Oh man, they want to go to Avernum. I should have gotten this guy to go to Utvarar, huh? But when we come back, we should snag these 2 people heading back to Avernum, because we'll have to go back there anyway. No new fighters. We don't really need any workers or anything. So let's grab 1 more stack and call it good. We're down to 32. What happened to all our money? I guess we did buy a bunch of animals and things. So back to 32. Unfortunately. However, we are set to go looking for this last camp, I think. So let's go see if we can't do that, and then when we confront them, maybe that'll be a good place to end the episode. So that's our movement for the day. Send these guys out. It's almost a 50-50 chance. Post guards, definitely. Fail again, but at least nobody got harmed or lost any vitality, so that's something. 8 again. Are we going the right way? I think we are. And then I think we want to head up this direction. So we got to camp again. Unfortunately, we're 1 off, because we don't have high morale or high vigor anymore. So we just have to deal with it. We only have supplies for 5 more days. Hopefully we find the people in 5 days. Spend 2 movement. Still failed. Just rough rolls on those. It's not much we can do, though. 1 more. Alright. We've used all our movement this time. At least we were able to do that. So nobody going out for supplies today. Let's see if we can't heal. Good healing. 1, 2, 3. That's 9. Alright, and then we'll have to go due east, it looks like. So don't go down. That's a no man's land. So it's either, I'm guessing it's right here. Oh, we don't want to spend our movement quite yet. Alright, let's camp. Camp again. We're good with posting guards. We have 2 movements, so we might as well send them out. It's getting worse, though. 31%. Fail again. Still got some supplies out of it, though. We're down to 2 days, so actually we need to get something at some point. Okay. So we're in here now. I'm guessing it's here. It just kind of like it's off by itself. Yep, it just looked out of place. I was like, I gotta try it. Okay, that's a great place to pause the episode. It's the last stop before, or the stop right before we take on the last camp. Hopefully we don't get all our fighters killed again, and hopefully our companions are in decent shape to be able to attack. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to see when we get through this camp saga what happens when we get back to Avernum. If we get back to Avernum, I hope we get enough supplies to make it to make the journey back, because it's looking a little rough, but we're doing okay, I think, and I'm learning. As always, if you like the video, give it a like. If you've enjoyed the series and you want to watch more of it, feel free to give the channel a subscription. Leave comments to the video if I'm doing things all wrong or there's something I could be doing better that would make the game easier for me. Yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, everybody, and I hope you had a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody!